Good afternoon, everyone. It's like we're all here. I'd like to call to order the Special CRA meeting of January 27th, 2020. And is now 4:31. And it's interesting. We usually have, so we don't have an item for comments from the commissioners. I don't see it on mine. We will do it anyway. Madam President, do you have any comments?
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have the details on this, but I was driving through our historic Northwest community this weekend, and I noticed a sign about a job fair. I was wondering if you could send us information about that, or?
Yes, that is correct. I'm actually going to have Adam Rosmell from Burkhart Construction come up and talk about that
perfect.
as part of the 7th Street presentation as well.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Thank you.
Commissioner Neering.
No comments, Mr. President.
Commissioner Peduzzi.
No comments, Mayor.
Commissioner Schoaf.
No comments, thank you.
Commissioner Riles.
No comments.
Maybe that's why they didn't put it on there.
They knew.
Right. Okay. Are there any changes, additions, deletions from the agenda? Ms. Justice?
No, Mayor.
Okay. We'll plow right in. I don't have any cards, so no comments from the public. Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't know there was, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't know there was comment, and two people want to talk.
That's okay. Two people want to talk?
Yeah, with Teresa.
Well, I got one card here. While the other one's coming up, Teresa Johnson.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I'm just here to ask for an update on the Tamron Street project.
That's your comment?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Justice, do we have anything to, we normally don't respond to questions, but
Mayor, Commissioners, I can respond to the Tamron Streetscape project that we've been working on for several years. This is both a CRA and a utilities project. There is a 100-year-old water main underneath the road that goes directly to the water treatment plant. Costs came in significantly higher than we had anticipated, so we're still currently working with the engineering department and with our consultant to try and get the prices down, as well as locate the funding, the additional funding that we're going to need for that project as well.
all right, maybe you could give us a statement, a presentation at a workshop?
I would be happy to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Latoya Davis.
Good afternoon. My issue or concern is,
Could you state your name and for the
yes,
record?
I'm
please?
sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, I am Latoya Davis, and I wanted to not just have questions, but comments about the Tamron Quarter, because it has been more than 3 years, or at least 3, since we were advised that there were going to be upgrades. So I don't know if this is the part where I can actually make a comment, or that's the question, and I'll wait till 5.
No, you can make your comment now.
Okay. Am I on the 3-minute thing
Yes, ma'am.
too? Yeah, I remember from last
2
time.
minutes, 22 seconds.
Okay. So in addition to the upgrades, I am concerned about safe water compliance. How old is the infrastructure? You just said it's over 100 years old. Which we were, so again, I guess I feel pressured right now. But anyway, that's really old. So we're concerned about water quality. We're concerned about the haphazard monitoring of businesses that, potentially pollute the water system as well. So limited funding and aging infrastructure are two major issues that affect communities like the historic Northwest. So, we just wanted something more clear because it has been more than 3 years that we were told that the streetscape, the lighting, everything would be done. So just trying to stay within the 2-3 minutes so you all will be happy when I sit down.
We're always happy when you come speak.
Okay.
But thank you. And Ms. Justice, why don't you see if we can get a more thorough presentation at upcoming CRA meeting at our next one.
Yes, Mayor.
But I do want to assure the public that there is no threat of deterioration to our water supply. So while we may have 100-year-old pipes we're looking to replace, please rest assured that with our water purification system and other measures, the quality of our water is pristine. So I don't want anyone to get alarmed. And we are constantly working to upgrade our infrastructure as we move throughout the city. But the quality of our water is being protected and preserved very well. But thank you. Okay. Item number 2, resolution number 2015, amending an interlocal agreement between the CRA and city regarding staffing and funding of the CRA. Ms. Justice?
Yes, we have a short presentation. This kind of goes together. Let's go ahead and do if Tanu Pena would come up and just open up the presentation for 7th Street.
I think we're going to do number 2 first.
We're doing number 2.
Correct, but number 2 and number 3 are related. Number 2 is just a funding agreement for the 7th Street Streetscape project. So we need to have
Would you rather us go to number 3 first?
I apologize. Oh, the interlocal, I'm sorry. Number 2.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, I'm sorry. City Attorney.
okay.
She's going to speak on that.
Thank you all for
Good evening, Mayor,
talking
Commissioners.
to each other.
Kimberly Rothenberg on behalf of the City Attorney's Office. The interlocal agreement that you have before you for consideration is a revision to the existing funding agreement as between the City of West Palm Beach and the CRA to fund the positions of RMA's staffing. And in it is just recognizing that that agreement is being amended to remove the executive director position from the funding, and that appropriate amendments to the agreement for the staffing will be made. And also to recognize that the position of executive director is appointed by and serves at the pleasure of the CRA board.
And board, we wanted to get this to you ASAP to follow up on the conversation we had at the workshop to assure you that this will be a decision of the board in its entirety. Are there any questions, comments on the interlocal or on this item? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve resolution number 20-15.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Item 3, resolution number 20-9, approving a project funding interlocal agreement between the City of West Palm Beach and the West Palm Beach CRA for funding of the Northwest Cultural Trail, 7th Street and Passageway project.
Okay, now we're on the correct item. I wondered why everybody was shaking their head at me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. My name is Tanu Pena, Capital Improvement Plan Manager, serving as the project manager for the 7th Street Streetscape project to include the new Yield Street construction. Today, I'm here to request approval for the project funding interlocal agreement for Resolution 20-9. Just to update you real quick on this project, last year I brought this project before you as the face of the city, where I discussed the pedestrian-focused design we were going to implement this year. Just to refresh your memory, as you can see on the top, we have the plan view, and below we have the perspective view of 7th Street. This is the new Yield Street, which we are going to be constructing. As you can see, the plan view is also provided to include the perspective view, and this road will connect Sapodilla to 7th Street. So I'm here before you to request approval for the CRA Resolution 20-9, which will approve the interlocal agreement for the 7th Street Streetscape project. The guaranteed maximum price for this project is as depicted on the PowerPoint, and we will be discussing that at the commission meeting as well. So I would like to request approval.
Board members, any questions, comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve resolution number 20-9.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. There is none. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Item number 4, resolution number 20-10F, authorizing a transfer of CRA funds from the Series 2019 bond project, Hivernia/Datura Streetscape, to the 7th Street project.
Mayor, Commissioners, this is a shift in funding within our 2019 series bond to fund the completion of the 7th Street and Passageway project. Part of it was already allocated within the bond, and we're shifting some other project funding around to complete the funding for this.
Okay, what impact will that have on the Hivernia-Datura Streetscape?
So with Hivernia-Datura, we're just now starting the conceptual design. We're still a few years out on construction. We have projects, again, in the Northwest and some other projects that are shovel-ready and ready to come out of the ground. So it won't impact the Hivernia-Datura project. We're just removing the funding from it right at this time.
Okay, very good. Any other questions? Yes, Commissioner Schoaf.
Thank you. Just to clarify, so if we're budgeting this down years down the line, then we're anticipating for the CRA to grow, obviously. So we would potentially down the line use excess funds from another source, not bond source, because this is fixed. But that would be the anticipation?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Madam President.
Thank you. And this doesn't affect the budget that we have for the Hivernia-Datura Streetscape project?
It does not. We don't currently have a budget for the Hivernia-Datura. As we discussed when the bonds were issued, there were amounts that were earmarked to each project. We anticipated that would shift as we got pricing in. So once we have the pricing in for the Hivernia-Datura Streetscape, we will adjust at that time.
Great, thank you.
Very good. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve resolution 20-10F.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, like sign. Hearing none, motion carries unanimously. Was there a job fair? You going to talk about?
Yes, Mayor, if you
Okay.
don't mind, I'll have Adam Rosmel come
Yeah.
up from Burkhart Construction just to discuss the job fair.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Adam Rosmel. I'm the project manager for Burkhart Construction. We're extremely excited to start on these projects. We are hosting a job fair tomorrow night at the Salvation Army, the Northwest Community Center, from 6 to 8 p.m. There's going to be our company and our 5 main subcontractors are going to be there. The trades that will be represented will be concrete, underground utilities, electrical, landscape and irrigation, and paver installers. We've had a decent amount of phone calls to our office already, so I've spoken with a lot of the residents in the community, or I say a lot. I've spoken with a decent amount of residents so far that are interested, so I'm hoping we have a good turnout for it, and that's more or less all the info I have. I'll be happy to answer any questions, but.
Now, how was this advertised?
Mayor, we had yard signs put up in the community. We have about 60 of them. There's one on almost every corner there. We also have some large billboards in the community, in the historic Northwest that we've put up, as well as our social media pages, the CRA website, et cetera, that we have posted this information. We had some flyers that were distributed to residences as well.
Very good. Madam President.
I do.
Thank you. I saw it well advertised as I was driving through the community, so that's really great. Can you tell us, so as I'm sure other people from surrounding neighborhoods or surrounding communities, maybe even outside of the county, hear about this, certainly outside of the city, is preference given to West Palm Beach residents first for these jobs, or how is that determined?
It's our hope to hire the West Palm Beach residents, especially in that area. So we would hopefully get those applications first. From the people I talked to, it seemed that was the majority of the people that were calling as far as that goes.
Okay,
So-
great. And Ms. Justice, could we get a report after the event to see, the success, hopefully?
Yes,
Thank you.
of course.
Okay, any other questions, comments? Thank you very much. Okay, this meeting is adjourned, and we will reconvene as the City Commission at 5 p.m. Thank you all.